in the theme with all of the things that I love, the influences that I've had over the years. Now we have the Baywatch look. Hopefully I've stayed true enough to it for you. We've got a lot of lash, we've got a little bit of brow, and we've done some teasing to the hair. I did have a French manicure on. Every single one of those nails popped off during this tutorial. I want you to know that that's how hard I work for you, alright? But anyway, I hope you enjoy. Look at all my muscles! Oh, I'm gonna save some lives in the ocean! Anyway, I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and let's get started! Alright, as you can see here, I'm showing you my beautiful French manicure press-on nails that popped off throughout the making of this video. But first, we're gonna douse our head in some dry shampoo or whatever texturizing product you like to use. I like to use this Dove dry shampoo. You just spray on way more than you think because it's gonna all settle in while we're doing our makeup. So just tie the hair back up and let that dry shampoo go to work. Next, I'm using this MAC Face and Body Foundation. I'm using the color C5, I believe, and my Morphe M439 brush. And this goes on really sheer, which I love, but you can layer it up without it looking disgusting and really get a good amount of coverage with it. So I end up putting on maybe about 3 or 4 layers of this, but it just still looks like skin. It's really, really just a nice finish on this foundation, as you can see. Next, I'm taking my trusty Wet n Wild, what's it called? Concealing pen, that's what it's called. And I'm really being very liberal with my usage of this because we're not using any sparkly highlighter on the face. So I'm putting it not only places where I want to conceal, but also where I want to highlight. So all over the cheeks, down the bridge of the nose, and then just smoothing that out with my brush, just blending it out. And now I'm setting it with my trusty Laura Mercier powder. And now we want a nice thin 90s brow. I don't care what anybody says. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Granite because you want it really, really dark as well. Pamela Anderson on the show, she had platinum blonde hair and like almost black eyebrows. They were super dark. So we're gonna do what Pam does. What would Pam do? We're doing it. Next, I'm putting my e.l.f. eye primer on, just slapping it all around my eyelids so we give our eyeshadow that we're using a nice surface to grab on. And we're using the Stila Soul palette because it's super pretty and neutral. We're taking this matte, sort of bone colored shadow, sweeping that all over the lids with a little bit of a fluffy brush from Wet n Wild. So good. This brush is so good. So soft. And just taking that all over the lid so we can blend out the other shadows more easily. And I'm taking this warm sort of mid-tone brown. It's a bit deeper than my skin tone, so that's what you want. You want a warmer shadow that's deeper than your skin tone so we can begin to build a gradient of color. And I'm putting this all over the lid and taking that up to right underneath the brow bone. So we're keeping the lightest shade at the brow bone. Next, I'm taking this cooler, almost taupe color and mixing that on top of that warm brown because you get a lot of depth that way when you mix warm and cool colors together. You get a nice marriage of colors happening. And now we're taking a deep brown and putting that closer to the lash line. The darkest color is going to be at the lash line and we're going to gradually get lighter up to the brow bone. So just blending that out onto the lid and then blending anything out with a clean, fluffy brush because I don't want a super defined crease. We want the lash line to get all of the drama and the glory. And just layering that color on. Next, I'm going to take this incredibly expensive concealer from Kevyn Aucoin, and I'm going to define the brow even further. So we're working with the negative space here, the space around your brows, and really cleaning up the brow so you have a sharp, thin, 90s, unapologetic, flippin' eyebrow. Nobody was trying to be natural on the beach in this show. And then we're going to set it with the Laura Mercier powder. Make sure that concealer doesn't go anywhere. Next, I'm taking this sort of pinky shimmery shade and defining the brow bone with it. It's very, very shimmery. This is the only shimmer that I put in just because I thought, oh, it's the 90s, we need a shimmery brow bone. But then I go over it with the that matte color, the first light color that we used, because it was literally reflecting so much light that it was too much. So now we're gonna go back in with our fluffy brush that we had all of that color on and blend all the eyeshadow out and start defining the lash line with this small detail brush and the black shadow from the palette. Just taking it all over the lash line. And cleaning up any shadow that's fallen down on her face. We're getting somewhere. We're getting there. And now we're taking my favorite black pencil right now. This is Urban Decay Perversion Black Pencil Liner. It is so black. And lining that inner rim of the eye as well as the top there. We want that deep dark at the lash line. That's what I say. And we're going into the corners there too for a little bit of a Cleopatra look. And starting to blend that liner out with a fluffy brush. And just taking some black powder eyeshadow from the palette, and now we're going to start to really smoke out that line. And this is just a brush that I got from an Anastasia palette. Any small fluffy brush will do. Next, we're going to take these two shimmery browns and just kind of mix them together so I can get a little bit more depth, so I can smoke out the bottom eyeliner a little bit more. We really want a squinty look. Now just putting on a little bit of mascara so we can set the stage for the false lashes that we're going to put on in a minute. And here's how we look without lashes yet. Next, I'm going to take this bronzer just to give a little bit of shape to my face. And this one is more olivey toned, so it's got a much more cool, almost greenish yellow undertone. So you can see it's just adding a little bit of definition to my face. It's not really giving me a warm, sun-kissed look. But this bronzer is. This is another one that I'm taking from the same line. It's Casablanca. And you can see it's very warm. It's making me look like a little roasted almond. It's perfect for just looking like you've been smooched by the sun. Take that anywhere you want. And now I'm taking this. This is actually one of my favorite new pencils. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Lip Liner in the color Nude. And it is such a good, like, dusty, almost like peach with a little bit of gray in it, and I need to sharpen it. Same old story, scratched my mouth up. And I'm just filling in my entire mouth with that because that's going to be our primary color. You want a nice nude mouth so you can resuscitate people on the beach. Next, I'm defining my lips with this e.l.f. pencil in the color Coffee. It's actually an eyeliner, but it is an absolute dupe for MAC Stone. It's the perfect grayish brown to give you that shadow around your mouth. Give you that definition. And there, we've made it. We've made it, guys. We've arrived. And now I add some gloss because I was like, oh, Yasmin Bleeth always had a glossy mouth on the show. But for me, I really liked it a lot more matte, and you'll see I wipe this gloss off in a minute, but just to kind of give you options, you can see how it looks with a glossy mouth. And this is a Rimmel gloss that I actually really love the color, but for this look, I wanted it matte. So I'm just blotting some of that gloss on and filling in with a little bit more of that lip liner. Yeah. Next for the lashes. These are the J.cat lashes in EL20, and you can see they're nice and fat. They're not too wispy. They're pretty long, but they're nice and thick. They're really dense because we want that deep set, mysterious look, like we're constantly squinting on the beach looking for potential drowning victims. And just going over anywhere that the glue is still showing with that Urban Decay black pencil. Now we're just blending out any more shadow that we think needs blending. We got a mouthful of M&Ms, which is why my tongue was blue the entire time. And we're ready to rumble. Now you're gonna rip off all your clothes and start to tan up. If you're not already sufficiently tan enough for your liking, this is some Sally Hansen's airbrush legs that I'm just spraying all over my body. And let me tell you, it is ice cold when you spray it on yourself. So just a little warning. But it actually works pretty good. But you can see it makes you nice and tan. And then you're gonna put on your bathing suit. I got this from TJ Maxx. It was like, I don't know, $17 or something like that. And now for the boob contour. So I'm just taking this Wet n Wild contour palette and a fluffy brush and just really haphazardly defining the tops of them. And now I'm taking this Wet n Wild highlighter in the color Hollywood Boulevard, and I think this is where this really kind of comes to life. You don't even have to contour, like I would just say highlight, and use a fluffy brush if you don't want to like take forever on it like I'm doing here. Just a fluffy brush all over the bod to get that like look like you've been running around. Definitely don't forget the side boob. Don't leave anybody out. No boob left behind. Just paint it all over. So you have that nice outdoorsy glow. And now we're gonna take the hair down. Well, the hair's already been down, but now we're gonna tease it because all of that dry shampoo has set and absorbed, and we got some nice bouffant hair. And there you go, you're done. Things that I feel are completely necessary for a look like this. You need some like beach waves because you've been traveling around in the ocean. This is my swim. This is my I'm gonna come save you swim. So maybe some sea salt spray, definitely some hairspray and a little scrunch. If you want to throw some curls in there from curling iron, do it. Definitely teased hair, most def. If you don't already have a tan, the tan in a can, I think was really the clincher for this one. Definitely throw some highlighter on all the parts you want to be highly lit, and that's it. Hopefully you enjoy this. I hope you try this yourself. Until memory names. And thank you so much for watching again. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Aww. I'm trying to tan myself, Mom. I want to be a lifeguard, Mom. How are we gonna rate this?
Fucking do this.
Okay, so
you don't have like a fan.
No, it's the blow dryer.
You don't have time to be picky.
Gonna cinch the waist. If you can crawl under that chair and then just shove them up.
Bet it could. But you have to change the frame anyway because you're gonna see little hands going like that, and that's gonna creep everyone out. Sorry for that noise, everyone. So I think it's gonna be like
quiet on set. Okay, magic isn't born, you guys. It's made. So I want them to like move like in really ridiculous ways. So you can like whatever you need to do.
I don't want to be like disrespectful to your body.
Can we? Do you want to just have like an exchange? I don't know.
Mine don't do that.
No, I want to be like.
Great. Okay, you earned it. You earned it. You know I'm gonna be all up in the frame because there's no way I can do this without being on camera. Unless I'm hiding down here. Okay, this is hard. We're gonna finish this.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm ready.
Look, I'm not even visible because I'm behind the books.
Yeah, but you see your little beautiful white hands.
We just need like a solid aim for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
10 seconds of serious, and then you can laugh as hard as you want.
Okay. Just jingle my boobs so I can like get it out.
Jingle?
Jingle them.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna jingle them fast because that's what you want.
Yeah.
You're gonna see your entire setup in your sunglasses.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, I'm not on a beach.
They're gonna know this.
They're gonna maybe know.